Loko Ea is one of many different types of Loko Iʻa, or fish ponds.
A Hawaiian Fishpond system, as my professor at UH explained it, is a man-made estuary.
Fish ponds produce fish, and that's what they're meant for. There's system, there's function to it, there's a technology, there's science behind it. You know, what you're doing is you're making a food shed. You're making a food shed that's natural and keeps itself.
So after 10 years of restoration and maintenance on Loko Ea Fishpond, our biggest challenge remaining is the shallowness of Big Pond.
The shallow depths. The shallow depths are a result of just decades of neglect, generations of grass that grow and die back. Well, it creates sedimentation that results in shallow waters.
And so where a pond should normally be about 4 feet, this pond, when we measure it, it's actually a foot deep. So our animals in this pond are suffering, and the pond's production is not going to be able to seek its highest value.
Our fish are basically choking in a lethargic environment. So we need a dredge. The dredge is going to help us deepen the fish pond from what its current state is at about 1 to 2 feet to about approximately 4 to 5 feet.
By increasing the depth, we can provide this sheltered area for the fish to thrive away from the warm water up near the surface.
So we found a machine, and there's nothing like it right now in the state.
This one runs off vegetable oil. This one floats. This one is portable. This one has a special attachment on it that will separate the water from the solids before it spits it out on land and return the water straight back to the pond. So this one allows us to do the job of dredging in a much more efficient and safe manner.
We spent a lot of time securing the permits that we need, and now we're at a position where we're fundraising for a very significant dredge equipment.
The urgency is there's one. There's one refurbished one available. And refurbished means that it's much less expensive than a brand new one.
It's really important not just for this Loko Ea, but for Loko Ea statewide. And once we ship it to this island, it's very transportable.
We want to be able to offer this to other Loko Ea around ʻAina so that they can then dredge their fish ponds, because we're not the only ones in this situation. So that, I think, is what is really exciting about this. Is it won't just help us restore ours, but it's going to help us restore more. And if you only had one fish pond in Hawaii, you're probably not going to see a bunch of food coming out for the mass majority. But when you start to see them all pop up, that's when we're talking about some real change when it comes to food sovereignty, food independence, sustainability, and you're talking food without pesticides, you're talking food that doesn't have a bunch of junk in it. And when you think about the fact that approximately 90% of our food is imported here, you know, what happens when or if those ships stopped coming? Places like this offer answers. Places like this offer solutions as well.
Wahipana, special places, special Hawaiian places that have survived the bulldozers of the plantation and the excavators of development. There's only a handful left. And we're really trying to restore this fish pond to its ancestral abundance.
We're so lucky to have a fish pond that can be fully restored. And just having an organization that has worked 10 years to get us to this point, it's really going to be a sense of achievement and community success once this Loko Ea is thriving. You see it so much more clearly when people are here connecting with her.
When I see kids and their parents and kupuna and their ohana all together, they show up almost every month. I see what trust they have in this place.
The pond is ready, it's waiting, it's ready to go. We need to act locally so that we can help globally. And this is where we start.
So this really will be a living model of sustainability. You really are watching community restore a wahipana, and it's very special. and I really do hope that you support this venture.